Hello everyone and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. My name is DFree. Here today we have 4 brand new characters, 2 of which are awakenings and 2 brand new waifu characters coming into the game. Hope you guys enjoy today's video. Hit the subscribe if you're new for more content. So these are of course coming to the Japanese version of the game over the course of the next week or so, on the 13th to be more specific, but just in a few days. So that being said, we have full translations for all of them and they're actually quite good. So, and also some interesting things that are happening here as far as the future of the game is concerned, right? So we have a few things to honestly, seriously talk about in the process. So we have a Brienne de Chateau. So this is a Brienne unit that transforms into Brienne. Fun fact, she doesn't even, you can't use her like this. She instantly comes in and transforms. Her art is her actually mid-transformation, I believe anyway. And this is an awakening for the pre-existing old Brienne de Chateau. Again, no passive. Her passive is just a sentence according to Goresh, which we'll read in a moment. But yeah, it's just she comes in and instantly transforms into Brienne, where she actually is a usable unit. So that being said, we have her. We have the awakening for the old physical Chi-Chi. He is awakening here. And we have a brand new launch/lunch, Japanese name, whichever you prefer. And then we have a new Oceanus Shenron, the actual female and non-ugly dragon version. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Brienne de Chateau, leader skill is Peppy Gals or Transformation Boost, which is nice. She picks up that. Category 3 key and 120 to all stats. Super attack does supreme damage and seals the enemy's super attack. Passive skill is Explosion of Love. Blooms the flowers upon appearing on the battlefield, and the power of love explodes. Yeah, they don't even say she just transforms. Like every other freaking unit in the game, they give you a phrase. They literally tell you what she does, and she comes in and instantly transforms. Turn 1, turn 2, it doesn't matter. She comes in and transforms. So other than that, we go ahead and take a look at some more of what she does. Her links are Female Warriors, Metamorphosis, Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit. So an unfortunate thing is that those are not great links for the most part, but she has obviously some usability. I mean, if you look here, Innocence is an attack link, More Than Meets the Eye is a very outdated attack link, right? And then the rest of them are all key links, and then a recovery link. The thing is, though, the Peppy Gals team has so much key because, like, things like Battlefield Diva, so they don't really necessarily need more. Shattering the Limit, she doesn't have Battlefield, but still. Oh, she does actually. Female Warriors is Battlefield Divas, which would make sense, right? I was like, wait, there's no way she doesn't have Battlefield Diva. Anyways, let's go and take a look at her passive. Attack and defense plus 120%. Further attack and defense plus 10% for every Peppy Gals category ally on your team. And all enemies attack and defense minus 10% to a maximum of 30% for every Peppy Gals category ally on your team. Okay, so she wants to be on full Peppy Gals. Wow! Initially, before Goresh updated this translation, there was no separation. It looked like it was attack and defense max of 30 alongside the debuff of max of 30, which meant that you would want to run her at probably, I don't know, you can still run her obviously full Peppy Gals, but she's a little more flexible. But now she gets full Peppy Gals and she's getting, that includes friend leads too, she's getting all of that. What's that, 70%? She's getting a lot. Attack and defense gain, not to mention her start of the turn boost. And then on top of that, she also debuffs the enemy. That's really good. All enemies too. Like Super Battle Road, this is really interesting because Peppy Gal Super Battle Road was easy enough. This is making this to where this team can actually body Superclass as well, right? Because she's so good, she's gonna debuff everybody. And then also they have LR Kale and Caulifla there on that team. For the last part of her passive, this is where she gets even crazier. For every we already talked about that, but Peppy Gal category allies get 2 key and 30%. Do I need to remind you she gets that herself? She gets that, she gets her 120, and then she gets the 10% per Peppy Gal's category ally in your team, while also debuffing and sealing. This unit is crazy. This is crazy. This is nonsense. This is one of the, like, crazy upgrades of the game so far. Like, these units that have been coming out, like this one and Piccolo, they've been just doing so much. Like, this is really good. And do I need to remind you, Kale and Caulifla are going to be getting a 2 key 30% support? Another one? Oh, boy. All right, we're moving on to Chi-Chi. She's the main one that's really interesting. So her leader skill is It and Physical types. 3 keys, 70%. Her super attack is Supreme with a high chance to stun the enemy. Also, attack and defense, attack plus 250% when performing a super attack. That's crazy high. Attack minus 50% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. Which is, I mean, that's quote-unquote balance, right? Defense plus 150% if there is a character in your team whose name contains Goku Youth. That being said, we move on though to her links: Battlefield Diva, The Innocence, More Than Meets the Eye, The Incredible Adventure, Guided to the Dragon Balls, and Shattering the Limit. Categories are still the same though. Youth and Dragon Ball Saga. This is a pretty big upgrade for this unit because she's gonna have 200% attack, at least, and 150% defense. And she's on the youth team and Dragon Ball Saga. Like she's gonna be really good. Like she doesn't do anything else, but that's all she needs. Like those numbers are high, right? And we can actually see her stats here. Those numbers are really high. So her maxed out stats are as follows. Yeah, it was the 9,696-97 defense. Okay, that's almost 10,000 defense. To get 150% boost, that's quite good, man. Quite good. I'm gonna have to tell Renzi to add in categories here. He never did that. I'm gonna tell him because it would be so much easier. Okay, so we're gonna move on though. We're gonna look at lunch here. So she has Peppy Gal's lead, 3 key 100 super attack, does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense, which is really good. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 100%, key plus 3, and further attack plus 50%. By the way, Lunch and Oceanus are summonable. There's a new waifu banner coming. Should have mentioned that earlier. Forgive me. Key plus 3 and attack further plus 50%, and a high chance to perform a critical hit and perform an additional attack and high chance to seal. What the heck? For 5 turns from the start of the... What the heck? Okay. Her super lowers attack and defense. She gets the start of the turn 100% attack and defense. And then also she gets a further 50% attack, re-key, high chance to do a critical hit, and perform an additional attack, and a high chance to deal super attacks for 5 turns from the start of the battle. For the first 5 turns, she is... That's one of the best passives in the game for the first 5 turns, man. Guaranteed crit, guaranteed additional. Well, not guaranteed, high chance. Still, sealing. Also, on the super attack, she still debuffs. That's another thing we got to consider. Self-sufficiency, start of the turn boost, another 50% attack, just because why not? This is nuts. What the heck? I had to read that like 3 times. Like, what? First 5 turns obviously would include the turn she's not there. And RIP if you start off with her on the 7th spot. So, links are Battlefield Diva, Flea, Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis? Okay. I guess because she changes, that makes sense. Berserker, Incredible Adventure, Guided to the Dragon Balls. It's a missed opportunity to not produce a transforming lunch, what I'll say. Or launch, whichever you prefer. Okay, Oceanus, Shadow Dragon Saga category, 3 key 100. Nice. That's cool. Super attack seals, just like the previous Oceanus. This is not an awakening, by the way. This is a new unit. All right, passive. Rotational power, key plus 2, and 100% attack and defense. Like, you notice how every unit that comes out nowadays has start of the turn attack and defense pretty much, right? And this is why old units get easy A's, because they would just be so crap, so heavy as the game progresses. Like, units from like 2 or 3 years ago only had attack at the start of the turn, right? Like, defense was like not important back then, but it is now. If the targeted enemy is in either attack or defense down status, oh, that's really good, because Omega Shenron exists. A physical one, and we don't know what happens with STR, but regardless. Wait, STR debuffs too, doesn't he? I think he does. It's been a while since I've used him. Additional 50% attack, perform an additional attack. Oh, that's cool. Performing an additional, that's really cool. It's not guaranteed or anything like that, but that's nice. If the targeted enemy is in sealed status, gain a high chance to stun. Pretty gimmicky. Does she have shocking speed? No. Ah, man. Battlefield Divas, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment, Shadow Dragons, Retribution, and GT. Okay, so this is a unit that will be better on Peppy Gals than she will be on Shadow Dragon Saga. Regardless of Omega, there's a lot of Peppy Gal units. Like, for example, the Brienne. Like, the Brienne de Chateau. Like, she automatically is debuffing, right? Like, there's a lot of Peppy Gal units that are doing debuffing. I mean, we look at the super attack on launch, it debuffs. Like, a lot of them do this type of stuff. So that she's going to be really good there. And she also seals, not to mention there are other cards like Brianne, hint, hint, that seal too. So, like, this is her best team. Not Shadow Dragon Saga. She'll be good there, but that's not her best team at all. Which is why she's good for having, like, Battlefield Diva and stuff like that to help. And then again, Brianne is a key support unit. That's crazy. Like, that unit did not need to be a support unit. So she's going to get access to the 2-key link, and this is going to be her best team. Because there's a lot of just everything. The only thing this category needs is a better leader, man. 120 still isn't doing it with Brianne. But, like, when they drop at least once, I think this category is worthy of a 170. But like this category, these units are actually really good. So she'll get an additional attack, further boost, also have a good chance to stun. She also seals too. Like this team is gonna be able to body SBR. All the debuffs, all the sealing. So anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit the subscribe, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.